What's up? I've been meaning to for a little while do a video on Shad's new album called A Short Story About a War. It's a really great album. It's pretty short. It's only 39 minutes, but it came out a couple weeks ago. And you know, if you're not familiar with Shad, he is a great Canadian artist. I would put him in the top 5 best rappers in Canada of all time. I think my list, I was just thinking about it the other day, that my list would be number 1 would be Maestro Fresh West. Number 2, I think, is Ian Kamau, who is incredible, underrated, from Toronto. And he is actually on this album. He features on the song, it is called Another Year, on Shad's new album. So check that out. Love Ian Kamau. And then number 3, I would say, is Socrates. Number 4 would be Chaos. And number 5, in my mind, would be Shad. So he makes the top 5 of all time. He's great. He's got a lot of witty lyrics. He's all about bars, and he's got a lot of insightful things to say too. He hosted the Q show on CBC on the radio for a few years, and now you might know him from Netflix. If you're in the US, if you watch the Hip Hop Evolution Netflix series, Shad is the host of that, and just a new season, just season 2 just came out just recently, so check that out. It's a good documentary on hip hop. So my favorite song lyrically from the album is called The Revolution / The Establishment. So yep, let's listen to this one and let's see what you guys think. Yeah, so it's a song that is broken into 2 parts, right? So the revolutionaries, their side of things, and then the establishment side of things. So this starts out with the revolution side of things. They make borders, they hate foreigners. Yeah, you know, as they say, there's no borders from space, right? So, you know, maybe one day, right now they're actually working on the Kanzuk. I don't know if people are aware of that, but you know, to have movement between Canada, the UK, I think it's, yeah, the UK, Australia, and New Zealand, so that people can sort of go, you know, go around at will and work in different places, like you know, the Eurozone. But then, you know, you had Brexit stuff, so that has a little hiccup there. Yeah, we hate war and they hate peace. You know, the military-industrial complex, everything is about making money, right? Like, look at right now, the war in Yemen, which is just absolutely terrible. There's cholera and there's famine. There's kids dying every day, and no one cares. You know that the Saudi journalist was killed, and so people are starting to care a little bit just because of that one guy, but they don't care about you know, tens of thousands of poor people in Yemen who are innocent. It's just ridiculous. You know that Bernie Sanders is one that he wrote a big thing in the New York Times op-ed to try to stop this ridiculous war in Yemen that is being helped by the UK and is being helped by the US. You know, it was helped under, they gave money and arms to Saudi Arabia under Obama and under Trump. So it doesn't matter who's president, right? There's no war party. The Democrats are a war party, the Republicans are a war party. And in Canada, we also give armored vehicles to Saudi Arabia. So there's no people without blood on their hands.
That's a great war we were made for. We were not made to just lay dormant. They stay on top, they pay the cops, they take office, they make laws, and then say stop.
Yeah, they stay on top and they pay the cops. The rich man's army, the cops, you know. You know, if you're in Ontario and Toronto, they're back at the 2010, the G20, one of the worst experiences in Canada ever. They spent $1 billion in one weekend. You know, they act like $1 billion is a massive amount of money that can't be had for anything that would bring good to Canada, but they can spend $1 billion in one weekend to beat up innocent protesters in the G20 and rip off amputees' legs and things. It's just ridiculous.
War just makes war, but they take forces when they take forces not aim force. And then they say that they're free warriors and save yours, but they're fake prophets. They make war because they profit. They make rock.
They're fake prophets. They make war because they make profits. Exactly. You know, it should just be, war should be a thing of the past. You know, it's you know, we just had Remembrance Day now, and I was just thinking about, you know, World War I. No one really even knows why World War I was started. It was kind of ridiculous. World War II, at least they had a reason for that, and, you know, a good reason with Hitler. But, you know, nowadays these wars, the biggest one, like I say, in Yemen, it's just kind of a proxy war there that the U.S. is doing, and there's no real reason for it at all. So it's gotta end. Yeah, we pay more than our fair share. Yeah, you know, the poor, if you break it down, they always do pay more in taxes. If you know, maybe not income tax, but they pay more of the proportion of their income in sales tax and all the payroll tax and different little things like that all add up. Yeah, I love that verse there, but the only problem is that it's a little hard to understand sometimes, the lyrics with the kind of noisy beat, but it changes up here for the second part for the establishment.
We don't make war. We make sure that there's order. We just follow orders. We just fill orders for more ballistic munitions.
Yeah, so this is now the establishment side, right? So, you know, we just follow orders, right? Isn't that what they said, the Nazis said in the Nuremberg trials and stuff? That's, you know, it's not an excuse.
Equipment, permissions, provisions, we just design defense systems and ship them on time. Listen, my job is complying with city bylaws and minimizing innocent lives lost from my bosses, both at home and abroad. For instance, drones with a bomb can resolve conflicts, all while limiting high costs, so why not?
Yeah, you know, they talk about drones are better because they cost less and stuff, but then, you know, you hear about people in countries that there's drone attacks, little kids are scared of the blue sky because the drones don't come out when it's overcast, so they're scared when it's a sunny day, and the drones are always being dropped on you know, there's wedding parties that have been hit and innocent people. You know, it's ridiculous, and it just causes more hatred against the U.S. and against the UK. And it's just going to cause more terrorism in the end.
Strive to expand. Wars just provide us a chance to supply demand. Our stance is we make instruments. We don't create incidents or...
Yeah, we create instruments. You know, we just supply and demand. You know, it's not. There's no moral question about it. We just do what we do for the bottom line. You know, and when morals don't come into it, it becomes psychopathy, right? People that don't feel guilt. And you know, if it's just about the bottom line, it's just about ourselves, and, you know, damn other people, and forget empathy. You know, psychopathy, people that are psychopaths don't have guilt, they don't feel empathy, and, you know, they manipulate, and that's a big part of the establishment.
Instigate, we're innocent, you're insolent. Listen, we don't make war. We all make our decisions. We all gotta make a living, and you make yours. And our position is, we don't make war. We may create conditions conducive, create divisions, but prove it. We make rules, but we don't...
Yeah, we don't make war. We may create divisions. You know, this is a great rhyming, man. It's a great track. I hope this album gets a lot of attention. You know, Shad is an undiscovered gem, you know, in a lot of places around the world. So, you know, please look into his old stuff. You'll definitely enjoy it.
don't make war. We don't endorse or advocate using force. In fact, our lawyers make sure technically we don't make war. They place orders, we fill them. They break borders.
They place orders, we fill them. You know, and you know, technically on technicalities they can get through because who writes the laws? The establishment writes the laws. So you know, obviously there's loopholes there for them to get through anything. So you know, it ain't right.
We kill them. We're not villains and not civilians. We don't make war. It existed before. And why would I or anybody try to make more? For shame. We're not to blame for the slain, the flames, the poor, the games, and games. We all have to deal. We make deals, but we don't make war. We're real. We're realistic. No feels. We talk statistics, specifics. We're not mystics. You should pray more. We're religious. We're not malicious or vicious. We're not sadistic. Yo, listen. Don't get it twisted. Of course, we don't make war. We don't make war.
Yeah, brilliant song, an incredible album, and I hope people that have, you know, gotten a taste of him from the Hip Hop Evolution, Netflix has helped get his name out there. So yeah, check out this album, A Short Story About War, and check out his whole discography. You know, he's got brilliant lyrics, and this song was amazing. You know, obviously, you know what side I'm on, and I'm sure that Shad is also on the Revolution side. So yeah, brilliant song. Beat-wise, you know, it's passable. I don't really like the first half beat. It's a little noisy, so I'd give that maybe only, you know, about a 7.5 or so. But it's really about the lyrics, and I would give that a 9.5. Brilliant lyrics, and you know, there should be more anti-war songs. You know, there should be more anti-war everything. But you know, hearing anti-war songs is a great thing. So big up to Shad. Really love this, and yes, please check out his past work. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks so much. Till next time.